Hi there, and welcome to Graeme's Guide Friday Live. This Friday, the 12th of November? Yes. Sorry. It's hard to keep track of with years just disappearing. Here we are in November. 45 days to Christmas, did someone say? That might have been yesterday. Anyway, let's move on. I've got some really important stuff I want to get through today. Um, and I don't want to waste any of your time at all. So you can see here in today's agenda, I'm going to be looking at something called professional standards, your unit and course goals, and something I've only just started this teaching period. I only thought of it during this week, yesterday, in fact, and it's a group planner that I've created to try and help keep us all on track with what we're doing. So let's see how successful the group planner is. Let's try and make that work. That would be really good. Not, for me, because it will increase your chances of successfully completing this unit, and for you for the same reason. So that's a joint goal. Okay, so where are we? We're at the dashboard. We'll go into our unit, learning and communicating online. My internet's a little bit slow. There we go. And this is the course homepage. So look, I want to show you why I'm mentioning professional standards and unit and course goals. And the reason for it is because these Friday Live sessions, I want to give you practical guidance to successfully completing the assignments. So the assignments are my key focus. And pretty much in the discussions, I'm going to be, really trying to keep you on track to successfully completing the assignments. Of course, the weekly discussions and tasks and activities are all doing that as well, but I'm going to be showing you really practical stuff. I hope that that's how you see it anyway. Okay, so let's go into the assignments, because this is where you'll see why professional standards and unit and course goals are important. So these, look, while we're here, these online tests, these weekly online tests that start in week 4, these are what I would consider a low level of difficulty, so do not feel concerned or worried about approaching these 4 online tests that are in weeks 4, 5, 6, and 7. They open on a Sunday, I think, from memory, is it? And anyway, they're open for a week, and they're open book tests. So once you start the test, you have to complete it within the 30 minutes. This is pretty easy to do. Given it's an open book test, and for each question you can go and look for the answer. It's generally the test in week 4 is going to be on the week 4 materials. So you just have your modules open for week 4 and answer each of the questions. Don't be overly concerned about there's trick questions. We don't have trick questions. Sometimes it's easy to read more into a question than what it is, but just try and take the questions on face value and just give it your best shot. I think you'll be surprised with how well you go with these 4 online tests, so don't worry about those. That's not to say you should be worried about these. It's just that assignment 2 and assignment 3 are these are written assessments, and so for people who are doing academic writing for the first time, you may feel a bit concerned about approaching these. But we will provide you with a foundation over before you need to submit these on what's required. So the idea of this core unit is to provide you with academic skills. So we don't expect you to have any academic skills right now. We're going to be providing you with those skills as over these weeks. So if you don't know how to write an essay or how to approach these assignments, you're in a good place, because we're about to show you our method of how we would like you to do that. Okay, back to, I've got to keep an eye on the agenda because I will definitely go off track. Okay, in assignment 2, Again, waiting for the internet. Um, there are these 5 tabs. So there's a assignment overview, then there's details, there's submission details, which tells you how to submit your assignment, and then there's the assignment criteria. Now this is the marking criteria. This is what the criteria we're using to mark how you've approached your assignment. And then the last one here is a request for assignment extension. Do not be shy about applying for an extension. Um, every teaching period, every year, every week, unexpected things happen that fall in our way, and many times the best laid plans can be ruined because you've suddenly got to clean up somebody else's mess, or you've made your own mess that needs cleaning up. Maybe a car accident, or well, hopefully nothing that drastic, but perhaps you get ill and you're sick during those days that you wanted to write your assignment. So please ask for an extension. I can give you a 48-hour extension pretty much immediately. If you need longer than 48 hours, when you go in here, I'll just click on here just to show you quickly. When you go in here, click on this one for a 48-hour extension, and that'll send me the request. And as soon as I get back online, I'll see your request and I'll approve it or not. Most of the time I will approve it, provided you've given me a reason why you need this 48-hour extension. And then if you need longer than 48 hours, you click on this button, this will go to Tanya, and Tanya needs to grant extensions that are longer than 48 hours. And you'll probably need to provide some sort of documentation, perhaps a medical certificate or evidence of why you need longer than 48 hours to submit your assignment. All right, well, that was a little bit off track, but not completely off track. I think that was worthwhile hearing that information. But I wanted to go back into the assignment criteria. And we'll talk more about how all this works in the collaborate sessions for the assignments. So we're going to have a collaborate session on assignment 2, and we're going to be covering these criteria in that session. So this is not the only time this is going to be covered. We're going to be looking at this many times. But in week 1, there's some information that will help you with assignment 2. And see here in this criteria, it's worth 20%. Let me get it up the page a bit. It's worth 20%, this criteria. Identify an ethical issue, problem, and stakeholders, and provide an explanation of the effects. So over here, it mentions, for a distinction or high distinction, that you have identified the ethical problem, and that the problem that you've identified has been informed by professional standards. So every profession has professional standards, and I'm going to show you where you can find the professional standards for your profession. And if you can't find them, I'm going to show you where we've got them in our unit. But then if there isn't a professional standard for your industry in our unit, I'm going to show you how to find it online through Google. It's not particularly hard, and I'd probably blabbering. Let me get out of here now before I talk more. Okay, so that's the first one. I'm going to show you how to find professional standards because it's important for assignment 2. Let's go back, and you probably guessed that unit and course goals are going to be important for assignment 3. And so I'm going to go in and show you where this is, again, in the assignment criteria, the marking criteria. So again, in assignment 3, the same 5 tabs again. And if I click here on assignment criteria and go down, so the reflection of self is worth 40%. So you can see in assignment 3, which is worth 40% of the grade, this first criteria is probably critical to you passing this assignment. So we want you to make sure that you cover this. And here it says that, for a distinction or high distinction, actually even to pass, you need to talk about your progress toward your unit and course goals. Let me just reduce the size of this screen a little bit because it's all squashed up. There we go. That's a bit better. So it wants you to talk about the progress you've made toward your unit and course goals. And those unit and course goals are the ones that we're now talking about. We're talking about skills in the Dream Careers module. And in week 2, we actually ask you to set goals. We want you to set your unit and course goals. And many people overlook this. They miss both the professional standards information, and they miss the importance of choosing your unit and course goals. And you can't just choose any unit and course goals. It is actually quite specific. We want you to choose goals that are big picture goals, that are soft skills, that are transferable skills. We want your goal to be developing a transferable skill that you can take with you in your career, in your studies, in other parts of your life. So a course goal or a unit goal of passing the unit, that is not a skill that you can take with you beyond the unit. But a goal like developing your skills in virtual collaboration, that's online collaboration. Well, if you develop that goal, that's a goal that you can take with you beyond this unit, beyond this course, and into your work, because more and more we're having to collaborate online. So virtual collaboration actually is one of the key goals that we like to talk about. And if everyone chose virtual collaboration as one of their goals, that would be absolutely fine. So anyway, let's go back now into the modules, and I'll show you where you can find the professional standards. Again, waiting for this. We're up to 12 minutes. I'm trying to keep this under 15 minutes. I don't think it's going to happen. Alrighty, so let's go into. I'm not going to go through the whole week 1 module. I'm going to take you straight to where this information is located, and it's in module 1.5, the developing professional. It's taking forever. I'm on broadband. Why is it taking so long? Okay, scroll to the bottom of this page, and here you will find some additional readings here, and below that you'll find the professional standards for several professions. The first one is the first 2 are actually related to media and communications, the field of media and communications. The next one is criminology. So there's a code of ethics for criminology. There's the Australian Federal Police work standards. Nevertheless, there are standards here and down here for teachers as well. But if whatever profession you want to work in isn't here, you can do a quick search online, and there you'll find the professional standards. So, for example, if I just type in professional standards, how do I spell psychology? So I'm always hopeless. Psychologist, Australia. Here's the straight away we've got standards guidelines, Psychology Board of Australia. So look, here's the APS Code of Ethics. That would be an ideal. So there's a professional standard document. This document is one when in assignment 2, when you choose your case study, you may find within this code of ethics a professional standard that will help you complete that case study, and then you would cite this document in assignment 2. We'll talk more about that in the Collaborate session. All I want you to do for now, though, is for your profession, find a code of ethics or a code of conduct. Let me pop another one in. Professional standards for teachers in, I'm going to change this to New South Wales. New South Wales. And here's the Australian Professional Standards for Teachers in New South Wales. So all I want you to do is find your standards for your profession. Grab the URL here if you like, and take that into the discussion boards and post the link there, and let me know that you found your code of ethics. And the reason why I want you to post the link there, or tell me the name of tell me the name of the code of ethics for your profession, is because we're going to put this in a group planner. So here's the group planner. If you go into the discussion for discussion 1.6 or the week 2 discussion, you'll see I've already embedded this planner into the discussion board, where you'll be able to see what everyone else is doing. And I put mine here at the start, so I've got my name here, and then I'm putting my field of interest, which is my field is media and communications. My unit goal is to develop metacognition. So metacognition is actually something that you'll read about in week 2. So don't worry that you don't know what metacognition is now, because in week 2 you will learn about metacognition, and you may find that that would be a good unit goal to have. I think it's a good unit goal. And the theory that, so the source of that you're going to read about metacognition, one of them is Dr. Chu's videos. You won't be reading it, you'll be watching Dr. Chu's videos. Livingston is the author of another reading. So I'm going to put in for everybody your name, your field. You write to me in the discussion boards and let me know your field, your unit goal. If you need help, we'll workshop this together. But we need to get it done this week, or at least by the end of week 2. Then also your course goal. So I've got a course goal here to improve virtual collaboration, and the theory that the source that I'm using here, the literature, is Davies, Fiedler, and Gorbis, and that is the future work skills reading. And the professional code for my area is the MEAA Code of Ethics, and I've got a link there. So 17 minutes, 18 minutes. I'm going to finish here, but hopefully you get the idea of what's going on here. I want you to, let's go back to, up here above. So I want you to find the professional standard for your field. I want you to find, I want you to choose your unit and course goals, and I've provided guidance. I'm going to help you do that in the discussions, and then we're going to put it in this group planner, and we're all going to be, we're going to get to assignment 2. We're going to have our professional code ready to go for assignment 2. We're going to get to assignment 3, and we'll have known, in 10 weeks' time, or in 9 or 10 weeks' time, when we're writing assignment 3, we'll have already put our unit goals in now, this week or next week, and we'll be able to talk about our progress toward those goals, which is exactly what we want to be doing. So also with the goals, don't worry if you choose a goal now that changes, because it might be, I want to get goals in there so you've got something to work with. But if that goal changes this week or next week or the week after, or even if it changes in week 7, 8, or 9 as you're approaching your essay, it's okay if you change that goal. But let's get a goal, get your unit goal in, your course goal in, and that's progress. That's practical progress, and let's get it happening. Alrighty, that's enough from me. I'm no more rah-rah, and we'll see you in the discussions. It's bye for now.